Hello, fellow travelers. Welcome back to World Travellingz, your ultimate guide to uncovering the world's most captivating destinations. Today, we're venturing into a city that doesn't just whisper its stories but shouts them from ornate balconies and echoes them through its monumental, often misunderstood, boulevards. We're diving headfirst into the heart of Romania, to a place of breathtaking contrasts and resilient beauty, Bucharest. For too long, Bucharest has been a mere footnote on itineraries focused solely on Transylvanian castles. But for the discerning traveler, it is a destination that demands and deserves your full attention. It's a city where the grand ambition of a little Paris collides with the stark reality of a communist past, and where a vibrant, irreverent spirit blossoms in the spaces between. Bucharest is a phoenix, constantly rising from its own ashes, and to walk its streets is to witness a masterclass in resilience and reinvention. So, buckle up as we explore this enigmatic European capital. A tale of two cities, the grandeur and the weight of history. Your introduction to Bucharest begins with a sensory overload in the best possible way. The first thing that strikes you is the architecture, a jumbled, fascinating timeline of its turbulent past. The Little Paris legacy. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Bucharest was a beacon of culture and sophistication, so much so that it earned the moniker Michael Paris, Little Paris. This golden age is best experienced with a leisurely walk down Calea Victoriae, Victory Avenue. This is not just a street, it's an open-air museum of Belle Époque splendor. Imagine ornate facades adorned with playful cherubs, wrought iron balconies curling like black lace, and grand entranceways leading to hidden courtyards. Look for the CEC Palace, with its magnificent glass dome, and the Cantacuzino Palace, a stunning example of French Art Nouveau that now houses the George Enescu National Museum. The crown jewel of this era is, without a doubt, the Romanian Athenaeum. This circular, domed concert hall is the soul of Romanian culture. From the outside, it's imposing and elegant. But step inside, and prepare to have your breath taken away. The grand staircase sweeps you up into a concert hall dominated by a 75-meter-long, 3-meter-wide fresco that spirals around the walls, depicting 2,500 years of pivotal moments in Romanian history. Attending a performance here by the George Enescu Philharmonic is a transcendental experience. The acoustics are as perfect as the visuals. The Scars of Revolution. A short walk from this opulence lies Revolution Square, Piața Revolutiei, a vast, open space that feels heavy with memory. This is where, in December 1989, the communist regime of Nicolae Ceausescu began to crumble. Stand on the cobblestones and look at the balcony of the former Communist Party headquarters. It was from here that Ceausescu gave his final, faltering speech, his face a mask of confusion as the crowd's cheers turned to jeers. You can still see the bullet holes pockmarking the buildings surrounding the square, a stark, unvarnished reminder of the violence that unfolded. In the center stands the Memorial of Rebirth, a controversial monument, a white marble pillar piercing a rusty metal crown. Locals have mixed feelings about its abstract design, but its purpose is clear: to honor the sacrifices of those who fought for freedom. Standing here, you feel the profound contrast between the city's aristocratic past and its painful recent history. The Colossus and the Old Soul, confronting the Palace of the Parliament. No amount of reading can prepare you for the sheer scale of the Palace of the Parliament, also known as the People's House. It is a behemoth, a monument to one man's megalomania that is visible from all over the city. The facts are staggering, almost comical in their excess. The world's heaviest building, the second largest administrative building after the Pentagon, featuring 1,100 rooms, 3,500 tons of crystal, and 1 million cubic meters of marble. A guided tour is mandatory and absolutely surreal. You'll glide across floors so polished you can see your reflection in the distant ceiling. Walk through halls so vast they have their own weather, and ascend staircases that seem designed for giants. The Unification Hall, where the chandelier weighs 5 tons, is a particular highlight. But the tour guide stories are what truly bring it to life, tales of entire neighborhoods, including historic churches and monasteries, being raised to make way for this colossal project, and the immense human cost of its construction. It's an emotionally complex experience. You'll marvel at the craftsmanship while being horrified by its origin. It is the ultimate symbol of Bucharest's fractured 20th century. The beating heart, Lipscani Old Town. Just when the weight of the palace becomes overwhelming, you can retreat into the chaotic, charming embrace of the Old Town, Centru Vechi or Lipscani district. This is the city's ancient core, a labyrinth of narrow, cobblestone streets where history feels alive and kicking. By day, it's a haven for explorers. Duck into the Stavropolios Monastery Church, a tiny Brankovnisk-style gem from 1724. Its courtyard is a peaceful oasis, filled with intricately carved stone columns and cloister arches, a perfect spot for quiet contemplation. Wander further and you'll find antique shops selling everything from vintage cameras to Soviet memorabilia, and art galleries showcasing Romania's vibrant contemporary scene. As dusk falls, the old town undergoes a Jekyll and Hyde transformation. The terraces of countless bars and restaurants spill out onto the streets, the air fills with the sound of clinking glasses and laughter, and the area becomes one of Europe's most dynamic nightlife spots. From sophisticated rooftop bars offering views of ancient church spires to gritty, underground clubs pulsating with electronic music, the old town caters to every taste. A quintessential Bucharest experience is a meal at Caru Cu Bear. This historic beer hall, established in 1879, is a spectacle. The interior is a breathtaking frenzy of Gothic vaulted ceilings, stained glass windows depicting pastoral scenes, and swirling woodwork. Waiters in traditional waistcoats expertly navigate the bustling room, carrying trays laden with towering pints of house-brewed beer and plates of hearty Romanian fare. Time your visit to catch one of the spontaneous folk dance performances. It's a joyful, immersive cultural moment. Oases, villages, and the art of living, Bucharest is surprisingly green, offering serene escapes from the urban intensity. Heristrau Park and the Village Museum. Heristrau Park is the city's green lung, a massive park cantered around a beautiful lake. You can rent a bicycle, paddle a boat on the water, or simply find a quiet bench to Sismigiu Gardens. For a more central, romantic escape, the Sismigiu Gardens are perfect. This is Bucharest's oldest public garden, a classic English-style landscape with a meandering lake, shady alleys of linden trees, and rose gardens. It's a hub of local life. Elderly men play intense games of chess, couples stroll hand in hand, and students sprawl on the grass with their books. Rent a rowboat in the summer or simply enjoy a coffee at the kiosk and soak in the tranquil atmosphere. A feast for the senses, the culinary landscape. Romanian food is the delicious, hearty love child of its geographical position, with Turkish, Hungarian, and German influences. A foodie's guide to Bucharest. Street food and snacks. Start with kovrigi, soft, warm pretzels found at every corner bakery, perfect for a quick, cheap snack. For the ultimate local experience, you must try thmaisai. These are skinless grilled sausages made from a mix of meats, seasoned with garlic and spices, and served with a sharp mustard and fresh bread. Find them at any Gradina de Vara beer garden. Comfort in a bowl. Romanian soups are a meal in themselves. Ciorba de Burda, tripe soup with garlic and vinegar, is a legendary hangover cure and a national institution. For the less adventurous, Ciorba Radotiana, a sour soup with meat and vegetables, or Ciorba de Perisor, meatball soup, are equally delicious. The main event, order sarmale, cabbage or vine leaves stuffed with minced meat and rice, served with mamaliga, polenta, and sour cream. This is the undisputed national dish, and for good reason. The unforgettable dessert, you cannot leave without trying papanasi. Imagine a fried donut filled with sweet cheese, topped with a dollop of sour cream and a generous ladle of blueberry jam. It's a decadent, shareable, and utterly divine culinary experience. Market visit, Obair. To see the real Bucharest, venture to Obair Market. This isn't a sanitized tourist market, it's a sprawling, chaotic, and utterly authentic institution that has been feeding the city for over a century. The sounds of vendors shouting, the smell of fresh produce and grilled maisai, and the vibrant colors of mounds of paprika and piles of cheeses are an assault on the senses. Head to the famous maisai stand inside the main hall and join the queue of locals, it's a rite of passage. The vibe, door and resilience, more than any single site, it's the intangible atmosphere of Bucharest that stays with you. Romanians have a word, door, pronounced door, which has no direct English translation. It's a profound, melancholic longing or love, for a person, a place, a past. You can feel a sense of door in Bucharest's decaying Belle Époque facades and in the quiet conversations of its older residents. But this melancholy is powerfully balanced by an unbreakable spirit and a fierce joy for life. You see it in the passionate debates in the city's thriving coffee shop culture, in the innovative street art and galleries that are revitalizing post-industrial spaces, and in the sheer, unadulterated joy of a summer evening spent at a terrace with friends, laughing until the early hours. The people of Bucharest are warm, witty, direct, and proud of their complex city. Engage with them. Ask questions. You'll learn that their humor is often self-deprecating and sharp, a necessary tool for processing their difficult history. World Travellingz, your ultimate practical guide. Getting around, the metro is cheap, efficient, and perfect for covering longer distances. The city center is very walkable. For convenience, Uber and Bolt are ubiquitous and incredibly affordable. Currency, the Romanian leu, RON. While credit/debit cards are widely accepted in hotels and restaurants, always carry cash for markets, smaller shops, and taxis. When to visit, spring, May to June, and autumn, September and October, are ideal, with mild temperatures and perfect light for photography. Summer can be hot and crowded, but the terrace culture is at its peak. Winter is cold and gray, but it gives the city a dramatic, moody atmosphere, and the Christmas markets are magical. Venture beyond, take a short trip to the Patriarchal Cathedral and the surrounding area for a sense of spiritual Bucharest. For a poignant experience, visit the Bellu Cemetery, where the elaborate funerary art tells stories of the city's great and good. Final thoughts for the World Travellingz community: Bucharest is not a city that tries to please everyone. It is raw, authentic, and unapologetically itself. It will challenge your preconceptions. It won't hand you its charms easily, you have to seek them out in the hidden courtyards, in the stories of its people, and in the quiet moments of beauty that emerge from its chaotic energy. But for the traveler willing to look beyond the surface, the rewards are immense. It's a city that teaches you about history, resilience, and the complex, beautiful process of continuous rebirth. So, come to Bucharest with an open mind and a curious heart. Let its contrast surprise you, let its history move you, and let its vibrant, unstoppable energy captivate you. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you visited Bucharest? What was your most memorable moment? Did the palace of the parliament leave you in awe or unsettled? Maybe you have a hidden gem to share with our community. Drop your stories, tips, and questions in the comments below. Let's build this conversation and help each other explore the world. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Bucharest, please show your support by giving this article a thumbs up, sharing it with fellow travel lovers, and subscribing to World Travellingz. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an adventure. Until next time, keep exploring the incredible stories our world has to offer.